What the hell going on up in here? Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Boy, I'm upset. Oh, jeez. Like it's getting better now. Don't get me wrong. Like it's improving over time. We going right back to where we supposed to be. But jeez, what in tarnation is going on here? We gonna watch the last 4 to 6 seconds of the half together, and then we're gonna get into our halftime analysis. I got thoughts. I got thoughts. I don't know how to feel. I don't know whether to be encouraged or upset. Dallas winning 13-6, but how did we get there? You know what I mean? How did we get to 13-6? So we're gonna watch the last 4 to 6 seconds, and then we're gonna talk about it. Cause it's so much to say. It's so much to say. Even some pregame stuff that I had thoughts on. You know what I mean? Some pregame things that I thought was interesting. I don't know, but we'll get into it in a little bit. We'll cross that road in a second. Shouts out the Natchez, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out the Natchez, by the way. But we've had a very interesting, a very interesting. I don't know. But we gonna let this thing, we gonna let this thing fill up a little. I'm so confused, man. I'm so confused. I've never been upset. Yes, I'm upset. I'm upset. 13 points on the Steelers disrespect. God, I'm upset. But I'm rooting for my team, right? Because I get up and scream, like, talk that shit, CD. And then he'll fumble, right? But then I get up there and be like, talk that shit, Gary Gilbert. But then I know Dallas fans gonna piss me off with the Gary Gilbert joint, you know what I mean? And then I be like, talk that shit, John Fossil. Oh man, we're gonna watch the last 7 seconds of this development, and then we're gonna let people come in, and we're gonna talk some halftime. I like what your ends are doing. We'll cross that road in a second, bro. Stephen Parker. I thought he was light skinned. Like where this come from? Jesus. Who we got up in here, man? Who we got up in here? Special teams coach the GOAT. Salute Iban Sanchez. Appreciate it. He replacing Dak. Now, I'm not saying that, but you know how Cowboy fans get. I do think that the anti-Dak crowd got a brand new challenger every week that they try to bestow upon us, and it just is. So did they put Mason Rudolph out there because he's the bigger armed kid or something? I don't know. That shit's strange. Anyway, so I'm just kind of gonna give you some vibes about. Oh, because Ben ran to the locker room. That's why. Ben ran his ass to the locker room. That's why Mason Rudolph is out there. Forgot. So I'll just go ahead and get to it, man. So going into this thing or whatever, there was a couple things that pissed me off about the McCarthy administration. They going for the end zone? Why they not kicking a field goal? They can't kick a field goal right there. I don't understand. Why they not kicking a field goal right there? That's strange. Give me 30 seconds, y'all. Well, or 7 seconds after this play. I'm going to. I don't understand. Okay, so they just had to get one play. Then okay, cool. They're gonna kick. All right. So the one thing going into this game or whatnot, right? I was just scrolling the Twitter machine and I got to look at the inactives and what's his face. Bradley and I and Reggie Robinson are still inactive. It kind of bothered me a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because you know that you know when you in this kind of mode, you kind of want to see what you have. You kind of want to see what you got. which makes sense. We starting all our other young guys, or at least playing our other young guys, right? The only young guys that we don't know anything about in an extended fashion is we don't know anything about Reggie Robinson playing free or corner for that matter. I think we could use both, and we have no clue about what's going on with Bradley and I. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see Bradley and I get some rec, and I know it's hard for him to get involved, but if they can play Everson and Dorrance and uh, Crawford over there and D Law, if they can play all of them guys and Alden, and then what I'm saying, like they can find a way to get Bradley and I involved. I ain't trying to hear that. One of these little Rudy Poo offensive linemen that one of these Rudy the Steelers want us to win. I hate this. Why the Steelers want us to win? All right, cool. What the hell going on? So going into this game, dog, like y'all know, I'm trying to get my little draft pick right. I'm trying to Herschel Walker with Trevor Lawrence. They want us to win. I'm trying to get my Herschel Walker going with Trevor Lawrence. Cowboy fans love old cowboy analogies. I don't know why we always got to go back to the '90s and shit when it comes to a cowboy analogy or whatever. But I want to get the best player I possibly can. And motherfuckers is going to the locker room. I want to get the best players I possibly can and find a way to finagle that into multiple draft picks so I can have multiple guys, helped out on my team, right? So I don't want to necessarily win games necessarily. I'm still pro Cowboys. I still take wins where I can get them. But we like with a on schedule loss today, our team being who we are, Pittsburgh being who they are. If we get an on schedule loss today, then we're third overall. Boy, you know what I'm saying? It just seems to be working out. Now, I get to the damn game, and the defense is playing well. Bones Fossil is doing Bones things, and Garrett Gilbert is a new challenger. And it's been making me sick. On top of us playing pretty okay, the Pittsburgh Steelers is playing pretty bad. And it's making me sick. Now, I know we got like a half to go, and I know that we looking pretty, whatever right now, and it only takes us but a second to get back into what we normally like get into or whatever. But buddy, why are we catching breaks on this? On this? And I hate to be the dead horse, but y'all know how the Lombardi do. Oh, he make this motherfucker. He made this motherfucker. Oh, he made that one though. He missed the first one on the false start, but he made that something. I got you. We still winning though. Interesting. So I won my picks though. All right, cool. But no, that ain't where I left off at. I won my picks. We playing well. Pittsburgh playing bad. Yeah, it's just a weird combination to get us away from my picks right now. So Garrett Gilbert and Cowboy fans or whatever, or at least the anti-Dak Cowboy fans, they just waiting on a new challenger to just come in and take over that mantle, to just take over the, you know what I'm saying? That new, hey Voch, you think we can get a draft pick for Garrett Gilbert? Hey Voch, you think Garrett Gilbert can come in and do the things that he's doing and play some snaps, and maybe Dak Prescott, you know what I mean, we'll save that $40 million, all that little shit, man. Like, how they try to find new challengers in this. And I hate to be the dead horse. That's why I was going with this. I hate to be the dead horse, but y'all know my vibes on this. And let me get an amen in the chat box if we share similar vibes. My vibes are, damn, I'll take all those losses to have my quarterback in this division with midseason form. I'll take that all day, every day. I'll take that every day of the week. I always preach about midseason form. Voch say that all the time. Yeah, we may suck week 2, we may suck week 4, but wait till we get about week 8 or 9, things gonna look a little better. I say this all the time. Wait till we get week 8, week 9, possibly week 10, and things will look better. What happens around those times? We find out who we are. We find out who can play. We find out who can't play. We get in shape. Leo Collins been eating crawfish and shrimp sandwiches since he, you know what I'm saying? Since he took his little off season thingamajig or whatever. Rookies get more time. Trevor Diggs dropped another interception, so he's probably leading the league in dropped interceptions. But mid-season form is a thing. Okay, so we're doing this on the post game show now, but we're gonna get really in depth in this in the pardon me, this is the halftime show. So in the post game show, when we go to the computer and shit, we're really gonna get into this. But how cold would 4 have been with our offense and the defense that we've been seeing? I saw the defense last week look pretty solid, but I was like, yeah, but the Eagles suck. I don't want to get carried away because the Eagles suck. This the Pittsburgh Steelers. This the Pittsburgh Steelers. And not that the Pittsburgh Steelers is damn I mean, not that they're the Chiefs or nothing. They not the Seahawks or nothing like that, but they are a top offense in the league. And we straight. And we straight like we thought we was gonna be straight. We wasn't straight like we gonna be 85 Bears straight, but we straight like, yo, we just stopped to run a little bit and pass rush, then our bad DBs look better. That's the circle of life that I was trying to sell to y'all. You know what I mean? And it only happened in midseason form. The problem is, 4 got hurt before midseason form. So that's why I'm sick. That's why I'm sick. This would be a moment where I lean into my microphone and kind of just whisper at y'all a little bit when I say something like, "Hey man, Randy Gregory show look nice, don't he?" And he's just out there just doing Randy Gregory thing. Hey man, D Law looked pretty nice out there. And people just try to cut D Law, and I'm like, yo, give him time, like give him a little minute to get going. Like he's good to go. What's up with Neville Gallimore there? An interesting observation, and I think it's time to get started for me now. I was saving some of my nuanced observations till we get more people in here. We got 453 people up in here, 55 some odd people in here. So I saved this observation. How afraid is Mike Nolan of his job security? And I say that because I looked at Neville Gallimore make his plays. I look at Tyrone Crawford kind of navigating in there. I look at Antoine Woods in there navigating. I look at D Law in there navigating. And I look at Randy Gregory navigating. And as a result of those guys, I see Jalen and Van Der Esch navigating. What's the difference between what we doing this week and last week and previous weeks? They not two gapping. they're not two gapping. You look at Neville Gallimore, he taking a hard slant on the back hip of the front side guard. He makes a tackle. It's not like he getting upfield on a passing play. That's different. When he hit Ben, that's what he was doing, getting upfield on a pass play. That's typical. But in run responsibilities, we're supposed to be two gapping. We ain't been two gapping. We're not. And that's a part of midseason form, right? Knowing that, yo, man, we've been two gapping for like 7 weeks and that shit ain't working. Let's go back to penetrating and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? And Neville Gallimore and them, D-Law, Randy Gregory, they're so much better when they're not two gapping. Then they stop two gapping. What y'all want me to say? Now, with that being said, I'm looking at all right, Voch, are we gonna win this game and ruin our draft stock or whatever? I don't think we're gonna ruin draft stock because it's a long second half to go, and I do think Pittsburgh figures this shit out at some point. I think they're playing down to the competition right now. Like TJ Watt's supposed to be smoking Terrence Steele. Like he beating Terrence Steele, but he's supposed to be smoking Terrence Steele. You know what I'm saying? So when they wake up in the halftime and get cussed out and yell at each other, scream at each other a little bit more, they're gonna come back out and beat the shit out of the cat. Because like we're giving the game away slowly anyway. You know what I'm saying? The Cal don't think we just doing great. They're playing bad. You know what I'm saying? They're playing pretty not like them right now. So let's be fair there. And I say that in reference to their defense. I think the Pittsburgh offense is who they are. And I think the Cowboys defense is playing well. I don't think the Cowboys offense is playing well. I just think Pittsburgh defense is pretty bad. If that makes sense. If that makes sense. But if this is going to be the team that we are, just a good defense, terrible offense playing team, then let's lose games but find small wins. Let's continue to build this defensive momentum. You know what I'm saying? To where, okay, by the time we get to week 17, we're really secure in who we are as a defense. So when Ford comes back next year, war call. You see what I'm saying? So we'll cross that road whenever we get there. But what else happened? What else happened? Diggs is out there doing Diggs things. That's cool. Um, I mentioned Van Der Esch looking better. Let's not hype Galmore up too much. Let's not hype Galmore up. Too bad. Let's let him rock a little bit. I wish Ford wasn't out for the season, man. Like if Ford was just available to come back week 12 and try to run the table for a Super Bowl, God, I'd be happy. But it is what it is on that. Let me ask y'all questions, man. What if Big Ben don't come back? I'm nervous. Yo, Voch, what you think? The special teams play, cool. My bad. So I'm conflicted on these special teams plays. One, I don't want to show all our good shit in a season that we not gonna win. Stop putting these plays on film, my guy. That's how I feel. On the other half, I feel like Bones got a playbook big enough to where we'll be fine. You know what I mean? To where you'll never see the same trick play twice in a season. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be on film, but we probably won't see these plays again until next year, if that. You know what I'm saying? If that. So that's just that. But the design of the play, like it's unfortunate that first of all, that Goodwin lost his balance, and then Darian Thompson, who shouldn't be on the team no more, Darian Thompson blocking people in the back or whatever, to negate the play, to bring the play back or whatever. So that's just what that is. But in terms of the actual play design, I like it. Just say that shit for like next year when we making a run for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lose my mind about Gary Gilbert because why didn't they play Gilbert last week? I don't think Gilbert was on the team. Um, but I'm not gonna lose my mind over Gary Gilbert because and Galmore neither, because I'll tell you this. We're excited about Galmore because our defense been terrible all year. If the whole D line was good, then Galmore make two plays. You know what we'll say? We'll say, oh, about time Galmore contributes to this thing that we're trying to do. But if nobody's making plays and then Galmore makes two plays, in our mind, that's where we go, yo, Neville Galmore losing his mind out there. No, he's not. he made a few plays. No, he's not. And I would say the same for Garrett Gilbert. It's just that Kellen Moore's been doing great, by the way. Andy Dalton's been doing so terrible. And that's going to be a conversation when Dalton come back. But Andy Dalton's so terrible. And Andy Dalton is so terrible. Ben DiNucci's so terrible that when they come back, Garrett Gilbert is actually going to have a conversation with them. And Cooper Rush might get cut again. I don't know. That's going to be something for like next week to talk about. But don't let these whoop de woo ass cowboy head ass fans, jumping jolly jumper looking at cowboy fans, try to lead you to believe that Garrett Gilbert gonna send us to the promised land opposed to Dak Prescott. He could be a cool little backup if that's what you need. I'm all for these guys auditioning to be the backup when Dak gets back. I'm fine with all that. But yeah, we're not gonna be making any runs at 4. We're not gonna be making any, you know. We're not gonna be doing that. Dave Chappelle was amazing last night, by the way. Shouts out to y'all. Um, Bro, you hate everybody that isn't Dak. You know what though? DeCoven, bro, you hate everybody that isn't Dak. You wanna know why I hate everybody that isn't Dak? because Andy Dalton isn't Dak, but he's terrible. Ben DiNucci isn't Dak, but he's terrible. Cooper Rush isn't Dak, but he's terrible. Garrett Gilbert is better than the other terrible, and he isn't Dak. And I don't necessarily hate him, but he ain't better than Dak. So what are you doing? What do you mean? If Pat Mahomes was a backup on this team, it'll be a different conversation, but it's not. If Ryan Fitzpatrick was even a backup on this team, it'll be a different conversation, but it's not. You acting like Andy Dalton don't deserve this malice. You acting like Ben DiNucci don't deserve this sharply worded soliloquy, sir. You hate anybody that isn't Dak. Everybody that isn't Dak is hateable. Bars. Jesus. Shit. Mark Holmes suggests he could be another Kurt Warner. Whatever. I ain't speaking on that neither. Shit. Talking about nerves. That's my mood too. Can they audition for a backup? That's what it is. They're fighting for a backup spot. Sure. I'm answering questions in the chat box, by the way, if y'all have any. Jay Hart says Garrett Gilbert needs a nickname. No, he don't. That's the problem with y'all. Not you all, but y'all like them. Like, we want to give people nicknames and shit and feel great about it. Hey, Gucci DiNucci. Nucci, man, and we feel great about him. Then they go be terrible, then we hate him again. Nah, I'm just keeping my energy. Garrett Gilbert don't need a nickname. His name is Garrett Gilbert. I hate when people call Daniel Jones Danny Dimes. It's not his name. His name is Daniel. Shit. Double G. Gucci. Gucci Gilbert. Danucci Gilbert. Name two structures that hold water. Well, damn. Garrett Gilbert is looking okay so far. Sure, okay is okay so far, but okay ain't better than Dak. All right, cool. We got I'm gonna try to get to the bottom of this and see if y'all had any questions. I don't think y'all have any questions. If not, we're gonna get back to the game. So why not just elevate Gilbert as quarterback, not comparing him to Dak? I'm not comparing him to Dak. Goofy ass Cowboys are listen, Alexis Lopez. I'm not comparing Garrett Gilbert to Dak. None of these children are better than Dak, in my opinion. I won't even go there. The only reason I bring these people up is because there are people on the Twitter machine that exist. You can type it out in the search bar, sir. They're looking for anybody to replace Dak Prescott. Not even till Dak come back, but replace him forever. So I'm doing my civic duty for the streets, for the world, for the community, for the internet, for the people in my chat box. I'm just simply fighting my good fight for number 4, Alexis Lopez. I'm not comparing nobody to Dak. I'm cussing the people out that's comparing these gentlemen to Dak. That's what I'm doing. Difference. Okay. Y'all asking draft questions. We'll get to draft another day and another day. All right. So listen, we gonna tap out of here. We got post-game show after this. Hopefully Pittsburgh get their act together so we can stay in that top 3 spot. You know what I'm saying? And I'll catch y'all afterwards. All right. Peace.